your April Astro Tarot Forecast. I am shuffling a brand new deck. It's the Enchanted Forest Tarot, sorry. I'm already in channel mode right now. Thank you for joining me. I will be shuffling this tarot deck and drawing some cards after the astrological forecast for the month. Let's get to it, and thank you for your subscriptions here to the channel. On the 3rd of April, Venus makes a transit into the sign of Gemini. And this is another mutable sign like you are, Pisces. So Venus will be here for an extended period of time through August 7th in your 4th house of home and environment. And she will retrograde on May 13th through June 25th while she's in this sector. And this is a wonderful time, retrograde or not, to assess the environment itself, how you're living, how comfortable you are in your space. Comfort will be important to your physical self, your bed. How is your back feeling? What are the colors like in your room? They should be neutral and warm, and decorating your house, feng shui, incorporating plants with oxygen, creating a perfect, comfortable, personal space. And this could be in your office as well as your home. That's what is afforded to you while Venus is in this sector. And additionally, establishing a warm relationship with your mother or maternal figure in your life is also what represents the 4th house. So in both ways, in very parallel, comforting ways, you could be reminded of your mother throughout this period of time. And if she's alive and you are lucky enough to have that be so, you should be reaching out to her and smoothing over your relationship with her. On the 4th of April, Jupiter and Pluto form an exact conjunction at 24 degrees of Capricorn. And this is a hit for everyone in the area it occurs, meaning Jupiter's big and expansion, but Pluto is loss and death and endings. And this sector occurs in the 11th house of friendships and goals. So for some Pisceans, you could hear of a passing of someone in your life that you might have known from a long time ago. Pluto contains a lot of history. Pluto's been in this sector for quite some time. This doesn't feel like it is unexpected. It's just that it's big news. And in the 11th house, it could also apply that you are ready to complete and end a goal. You're finished with the pursuit of a project and or goal that you've aligned in your life. It's time to move on from something. And trust that if something ends, there's a good reason, and you can move forward accordingly with new opportunity. Don't stay in what's forcing you in the other direction. On the 7th of April, there is a full moon at 18 degrees of Libra in your intimacy sector. There's an awareness, a full acknowledgement, a culmination in the 8th house of sex, intimacy, what you share with your partner, your shared resources together. There's also the closure here, the full moon in the 8th house of endings or death, loss. Some of you are burying an old friend or have to deal with the loss of that and attend the closure of that. And some of you are changing your goals and your money arrangements with your partner in how your money is being stored or where it's located. Not stored like in storage, but moving it out of different funding or savings, shifting monies around. On the 11th of April, Mercury, our communication planet, enters the sign of Aries. This is your money sector through the 27th of April. Expect some generation here and some stimulus, generating more of an income, handling work-related tasks, tending to taxes and preparedness, and signing for checks and paying what you're due, and handling it with a bit of a multitasking energy. Mercury is making up for retrograde time. So full speed ahead for those 16 days he's in your money sector. And then on the 19th, the sun enters this sector of Taurus. Not Aries, of Taurus in the third house of communication. So on the 19th, the sun exits the money sector and enters your sibling sector and your local travel, your vehicle and transportation. There could be a new upgrade in how you're getting around coming into your life. And that is also due to the new moon on the 22nd of April at 3 degrees of Taurus in this transportation sector, vehicle sector, sibling, local travel, study, and writing and learning. It's time to express yourself towards the last week to 2 weeks and going into half of May. It's time to get some things off your mind and reach out to those who need to be communicated to, perhaps a sibling with the third house. Let's see what's here in your cards, Pisces. I am anxious always to see what comes up. I'm using the Enchanted Forest. And if you'd like a private reading with me, Pisces, I'm at audreyalison.com. You would select your desired reading length via the PayPal button, and I'll get back to you in a couple of days with some options. I am booked 2 weeks out, so thank you for your patience when I do give you options. They're usually 10 to 14 days in advance. Here are your cards for the month of April. Oh my gosh, these are so fun. The Four of Spells. The spells are fire in this deck, and the Four of Fire, or wands, is about celebration and coming together, uniting as family. It's also comfort, and I mentioned that word to you. Venus in that fourth house, hosting people, feeling comfortable with them, entertaining in your home, celebrating your home, and decorating it, and feeling the bliss of community and coming together. Starlight, that's the star in the tarot. Starlight is the sign of Aquarius, and it is a recognition. It's hopefulness. It's staying positive. I know we are living in a very scary and emotional time. Fear is perpetuated, and everyone's dealing with a higher level of anxiety with, airborne viruses and things like that. Hone in on what's in front of you and not necessarily the television. Nature is your friend, and taking care of one another is what I'm getting. Celebrate what's right in front of you, your heart beating, the people in your life, the home that you live in, the comfort of your shelter, your surroundings, and have hope. The page, or the child of boons, which is the page of coins. I'm learning new lingo here with this enchanted forest. I'm up in the forest myself. I don't know if you could see it behind me. I feel like I'm a part of this deck. I'm super connected to it. And he is wanting to pick from this little gingerbread house that he runs into in the forest. And the page of coins has a message that suggests always tending to your health, because that is what feeds everything in your life. Without it, nothing functions. And stay youthful in your spirit. I'm getting a message about hopefulness for you, reminding yourself of all that you do have. And not 1 minute should you focus on what you don't. the Queen of Fire, or the Weaver of Spells is what it's called. And this is the fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarian. So Pisces, you could have an Aquarian energy around you, and or fire sign energy, and or earth sign energy of a younger person that are coming through the home to celebrate with you. But looking more specifically at what these meanings feel like to me, those messages about looking more closely in front of you instead of too far out about what you don't have, or focusing on lack is not what this is about right now. You have one more card, Six of Challenges, and the challenges represent the swords. Now, Six of Swords is regarding movement and travel. In this tarot, looking at this picture, she is traveling, but she has climbed a tree in order to escape a few of these hounds, or these wolves down here who were coming for her. And she traveled and climbed right up this tree. Oh, sometimes your best escape is where you are. Wow. Okay, so I'm getting a few feelings and messages about that. Sometimes you don't have to go too far to remove yourself from I'm like listening to these dogs and I'm thinking to remove yourself from harm or the wolves. Sometimes you just have to just close the front door. She just climbed to the top of this tree. Maybe you just need to go up to the bedroom and close the door. Who let the dogs out? They're stirred up since my neighbor has some cutie pies next door, and ever since I brought this card out, they've been barking. You don't have to plan the elaborate escape. You don't have to get on a plane anytime soon. You can just not respond and remove yourself from harm's way and not participate, but celebrate is the message for the month. I hope this was helpful, Pisces, and I appreciate you. Remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.